In the annals of history, there are few eras as evocative as the Wild West and the Victorian era. Chaotic frontiers and ornate parlor rooms seem worlds apart, yet they coexisted, shaping societies across continents. Today, we explore the intriguing fusion of these two iconic periods. The Wild West, a symbol of adventure and lawlessness, characterized the American frontier in the late 19th century. It was a time and place where dreams of fortune and freedom drew settlers, cowboys, and outlaws across vast, untamed landscapes. They navigated deserts and plains, establishing towns where the rule of law was often as scarce as water in the arid lands. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, the Victorian era was in full swing. Queen Victoria reigned over a British Empire at its zenith, marked by industrial innovation, cultural sophistication, and a rigid social hierarchy. The Victorians prided themselves on refinement and progress, adorning their lives with the ornate and the curious. Yet, despite the ocean that separated them, these eras were interconnected more than one might expect. The transatlantic relationship between Britain and the United States fostered a unique blending of cultures and ideas. Industrial advancements of the Victorian period, such as the telegraph, found their way into the technological landscape of the West, shortening distances and hastening communication. Railroads, inspired by British engineering, crisscrossed the American terrain, a symbol of a new frontier being tamed by Victorian innovation. But technological exchange was not the only intersection. The Wild West adopted Victorian fashions and manners in surprising ways. As settler towns became permanent fixtures, they began to echo the social structures of Victorian society. Women wore bustled skirts, and men donned the bowler hats and suits that were the hallmark of a well-dressed Victorian gentleman. And while saloons and dance halls were more rowdy than refined, the Victorian influence was present in the music and dances that filled these spaces, reflecting both cultures' fascination with performance and leisure. Perhaps one of the most fascinating instances of this cultural exchange was the fascination each held for the other. Victorian literature romanticized the American West as a rugged, idyllic escape from the confines of British society. Novels and stories featuring cowboys and outlaws captivated Victorian readers, eager for tales of wild freedom. Conversely, as settlers delved deeper into the West, they carried with them Victorian ideals of decorum and gentility, planting the seeds for a society that sought to balance savage freedom with civilized restraint. As time progressed, these two worlds continued to influence one another in myriad ways, beyond mere fashion and fiction. The period's art captured the vastness of the American West through a Victorian lens of beauty, while frontier tales of exploration and survival echoed the Victorian spirit of adventure and discovery. In conclusion, while the Wild West and the Victorian era may appear as opposite ends of a cultural spectrum, their simultaneous unfolding allowed for a rich exchange between the rugged and the refined. This fascinating blend of freedom and structure, untamed nature, and cultivated culture left a lasting legacy on both sides of the Atlantic, a testament to how even the most seemingly disparate worlds can intersect, defining an era and continuing to shape our imaginations today.